platinum record this, Bible record that. I'm making so much money, I'm all over the net. I'm moving so fast, no time to process. And no, I'm not in the gang, but I'm always on set. Wristwatch, drip, drop, label, want the ticket.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be showing you what I eat in a day as somebody who's been plant-based for 7 years and who only eats one cooked meal a day. Now, I did a video like this a few months ago and it was met with its fair share of critics. There's no way you're eating one meal. How do you get all your nutrients in? There's no way you have energy. All these things. So hopefully I'm able to dispel that a bit here, because eating one cooked meal has served me well over the past few years. I don't know exactly when I started doing it, but it was fairly early on in my journey where I didn't want to be eating all the time and feeling so full all the time. Digestion takes a lot of energy. It takes up a lot of vital energy. So while your body's trying to process all these big, heavy meals that we eat throughout the day, it could be taking away from your vital energy to focus on your work, or to focus on your family, or to focus on your routines. The body has to allocate resources to digest all this food, as opposed to maybe repairing or replenishing yourself in other areas. So that all sounds good, you know, scientifically and whatnot, theoretically, but in practice, what does this actually look like? It's a classic case of quality over quantity. Because you're eating a wide variety of foods, you're eating a lot of nutrient dense foods, and those are the things that actually fuel you. Those are the things that actually support your body, and those are the things that keep you satiated and energized longer than maybe if you're eating 3 larger meals but less focus on the nutrients. So if you think about the standard American diet and the way that we've been taught to eat, they're more calorie focused, eating large portions, large quantities, focused solely on taste and how good things feel. Those 3 meals throughout the day, yeah, you might hit your macros, but to get however many grams of protein or however many grams of carbs you're getting, the refined sugars, the saturated fats, the empty calories, so to speak. If I eat 2,500 calories of McDonald's in a day and 2,500 calories of whole food plant-based options, same amount of calories, but those 2 ways of eating are doing different things for the body. The body's gonna respond differently. And that's the approach here with the one cooked meal a day. And in even some cases, when you're eating a lot of nutrient dense, high quality whole foods, you can get away with less calories because your body's getting what it actually needs, so you don't have to overeat. I did a video on my short form platforms recently about being overfed and undernourished. And though I hadn't put it in those words before, that does summarize the idea of what it means to eat this way. We've been trained to eat a lot, we've been trained to eat certain foods, and that's worked for some time, but we have more information now, and we know how it's actually nourishing us. And it's important to establish that relationship with yourself and understand how things make you feel, how you want to feel, and where to mend the two. And lastly, how I was making that point of how you can get away with sometimes less calories when you're eating whole, fuller foods. You can do so because nutrients are more available in whole food form. So for me, my typical day of eating, which I'm going to show you, starts with a smoothie or a juice and maybe like some oats or chia pudding if I know I have to be out for that day and stay energized for a longer period of time before I eat my one cooked meal. It'll be that. I'll have my one large cooked meal with a variety of foods, whole food sources, a balanced plate of macro and micronutrients. That sustains me throughout the whole day. And then at night, because I've been so satiated, I've been so nourished by the food that I ate earlier, I don't necessarily want to eat a lot late at night or another large cooked meal, maybe a smoothie or a smoothie bowl, a yogurt bowl, and in some rare occasions, maybe a smaller cooked meal, just depending on the day. When we eat high quality whole foods, the nutrition is more available for your body to absorb. If I'm eating a sandwich and it has bread that has like 50 ingredients in it, my body's gonna have to work harder to extract what it actually needs to give me energy. It's almost like streamlining the nutrition, which in turn curbs cravings, keeps you satiated longer, stabilizes your energy throughout the day, and overall just makes for a more balanced way of eating and living. But I feel like I've done enough talking at this point. I'm going to show you how I do it, what works for me, and maybe how you can implement something similar in your life if you feel called to. Also, if you're here and you're enjoying the vibes, you like this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, tap in with the tribe, hit the bell so you get notified every time I upload. It's been amazing to see the community grow here, and I want to keep doing so, keep offering value to you, and to just have you along for the ride. So let's get into it.
Go to dope gang, 50s Camaros, cuts when we swing, crack game. You don't even know the half the stress. Living life so fast, I'm dreaming. 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91, 91. Have you ever been so fly? Bitches see and wanna come and choose on a peak. Bitch, I feel like I'm dreaming. Bitch, I feel like I'm dreaming.
And this is breakfast. This is the way we break our fast after sleeping. When we sleep, we're in a fasted state for however long, 7 to 8 hours. Coming out of that, nutritionally, we're a bit depleted. We need hydration, we need some nutrients to come in. And that's why I like to start with a smoothie, because you get to get some of those baseline things your body needs to start the day. Got some fiber from the fruit that will help the digestive system start moving. You're getting the antioxidants in, you're getting the vitamins in. And if nothing else, that would be good. You just add some water or juice, and that's a nice, simple way to get your day started. But you could always add more. Like for today, I added coconut water to the smoothie, some extra hydration with those electrolytes, some extra vitamins in here, some other micronutrients. Then I added some ginger as well, which is great for digestive health, immune health, and some sea moss, which contains 90% of all the body's minerals that it needs. So this is the way that I found best starts my day. And this is on the lighter side. You could obviously load up a bit more. You could add like nuts and seeds in here, nut butters, other plant milks, protein powders if you wish. But I like to start with a bit of a fruitier, lighter smoothie, just because I know not long after I'm gonna be eating my one cooked meal. Unless I know I'm stepping out for the day and might not get to eat until a bit later, or I need to run errands or things of that nature. In which case I'll do some oats, some cheese seed pudding, a toast or something like that, in addition to the smoothie. So you always start with hydration. I think it's always best to start with hydration. Get your body back alive again, gets everything moving. Kind of like warming up the engine before you start driving your car, you know? But that's how we break the fast, and I'll catch up with you guys for the one cooked meal. Okay, and with that, it is time for the one cooked meal today. In the last one meal a day video, there was a lot of skepticism, or there has been skepticism in the past when I've talked about how I eat before, of how it doesn't really take as much time as I say it does. Usually when I prep a meal for myself, a one meal in a day vibe, it usually takes around 30 minutes, 35 minutes max. I try to keep it that way because on the everyday, as much as I love to cook, I don't want to be in the kitchen all day, every day. So I like to keep it short. I like to keep it brief. I like to keep it efficient. And that's what I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it today. Now, it's about 5 o'clock right now. Look, I'll even show you. 5:02. So I'm gonna start this meal and I'm gonna show you what time it is at the end. Granted, I'm filming this, so it might take a little more time because I gotta set up the camera, angles, all that kind of stuff. But it should give you a broad idea as to how much time it actually takes to make a meal for yourself. Also, a key component with this is timing and like layering your elements, layering your cooking elements. So now for me, I like to make bowls on a daily. It's a way that I can get in a lot of variety, a lot of different flavors and textures, and just like a varied eating experience, which I really enjoy. That's my favorite way to eat. So I like to have at least 4 to 5 different elements going on the plate at one time. And people also say, oh, well, how do you cook that much? How do you cook that many things? Like, I'm not gonna have time to cook that many things. And something that really helps in this area is just timing and layering your elements. So like, you're gonna put something in the oven and let it roast, and that's gonna be cooking while you're doing something else. You're cleaning at the same time or what have you. You're stacking the cooking times of things. So pretty much everything is done at the same time. Then you can just plate up and enjoy. So I'm gonna show you a little bit about that process. I'm gonna do my best to try to encapsulate the whole experience and give you a somewhat of an accurate read on the time. But yeah, like I said, I'm filming, so don't come at me, okay? Let's get into it.
Visions and these angles tight. Truth be told, I never tried. Diamonds are the wife for life. All 3 rollies look alike. After 2, you get a hooker price. Stripping never worked a 9 to 5. Delta and I ship it overnight. Stop trying to be God Almighty. Fuck the money, never leave your people behind. Yeah, it's never love no matter what you try. Still can see it coming down your eyes. Cause they did not create commandments. When you hustle, always make it fancy. Signal far from what you can be. Cause air traffic controls the landing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Stop trying to be I've been wanting shit my whole life. I'm warning you, best not try to play God at night. If I love her, I'ma pass on her. First rule of war, you find her, act on her. You can't win a trophy or a plaque off her, but never turn your back on her. Cause they did not create commandments. When you hustle, always make it fancy. A signal far from what you can be. Cause air traffic controls the landing. Yeah, 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 yeah. You won't succeed trying to learn me. Stick to the roads in my journey. Stay out of court.
And just like that, we have a full meal, varied ingredients, nutrient dense, all right here in just about, let's say, 40 minutes. Like I said, I was filming, so it took a little bit of extra time to set up the camera. Some elements got delayed. So filming aside, this took no more than, let's just say, 35 minutes. I'm being generous. All this is to demonstrate that like it doesn't take much to get a full, nutritious, balanced meal on a daily basis. Everything here was easy to cook, and the cooking processes themselves weren't that elaborate. Sauteed up some pumpkin seed tofu with some peppers and onions. That took no more than a few minutes. Boil some pasta and make some sauce. I made the sauce, so maybe that added some time too. If you had like a store-bought sauce, just dump it in there, cook it down, and you're done. Roasted some cauliflower and some mushrooms at the same time, 20 minutes in the little toaster oven here. And then just steamed up the broccolini alongside the sauteed pumfu in the pan. So that's all cooked at the same time. The only thing that took, like I said, the longest was the pasta because I made the sauce from scratch. So depending on when I want to feel a little extra, when I want to do a little something different, that will definitely add time. But on the whole, like, it doesn't have to be hard to eat well and to eat consistently and to make food for yourself on a day-to-day. I know people have different schedules, different levels of bandwidth, but then that's when batch cooking comes into play. If you really want to prioritize making food at home, those are some things you can implement. Batch cooking, making your cooking process efficient day to day, meal prepping, you know, all these things are useful. But I mean, there's not much else to say. This is a great looking bowl right here. I know I'm happy with it. I hope you can try something similar at home and just see that eating well doesn't have to be so elaborate all the time. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna eat now.
You say all the time, you only want the best of my life. Now I can see that there's only one way to tear it up. Yeah, I'm willing to tell you everything I understand between us. But what if I tell you too much? What about you, babe? Will you tell me all the freaky things you want? Before I do, need you to know, we make it through, our love will grow. Oh, imagine how amazing things would be. Can you handle it? Can I go there, baby, with you?
Another part of what I eat and consume in a day is definitely hydration. I mean, as we talked about earlier with the smoothie, hydration is key. Not even just when you're waking up, but just throughout the day. I noticed personally that smoothie helps keep me hydrated through the better part of my day. But after I have my big cooked meal, I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it's just enough time has elapsed or something, but after the one cooked meal, I noticed my hydration not anything extreme, but it dips for sure. Hence my daily coconut water or fresh pressed juice that I make every day. I think I talked about it before on the channel, is that like I did a 30-day juice fast a couple years ago, and since that juice fast, I don't know what it was that just like completely altered my body and brain chemistry, but I can't go a day without some form of like superior hydration, we'll call it, like a coconut water or a pressed juice that I usually make. But I have I had these in the house today, and to be honest, I'm feeling a bit lazy, so coconut water it is. But this just goes to show you how much other nutrition you can get in your diet throughout your day that doesn't all have to come from cooked foods. As I said, eating whole foods sort of streamlines your nutrition. You're able to get more nutrient density in. So in ways you can kind of eat less. Not that you should be under eating or you should feel hungry. Obviously eat and drink until you feel satisfied and satiated. But I think you'll find over time you may not have to do as much as you think you do. Especially maybe at the start of your plant-based journey when you're trying to eat more calories and trying to keep a comparable amount of calories to when you weren't. And that's definitely necessary. But over time the body adjusts. I know there's a lot of discourse out there already about how plant-based eating is not satiating enough, how it's, you know, rooted in deprivation and that you can't get enough of what you need, and that's just not the case. I mean, I was a Division I athlete on a plant-based diet. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'8". I'm like 215 pounds. Like, I'm not lacking anything. You know, if nothing else, just use me as living proof to show that sustenance and maintenance and abundance is possible on a plant-based diet and prioritizing whole foods. But I have my one big cooked meal for the day now. I'm probably not gonna get hungry until around maybe like 9 or 10ish, and that's usually why I keep it light as well, because it's later at night, it's closer to bedtime. I don't want to have to eat and feel so full so close to when I have to go to sleep. So I guess that also factored into me keeping a lighter dinner, if you will. And tonight's gonna be the trusty acai bowl, so I'll catch up with you guys then.
She is the same, hotter than a flame, but I do not know her name. Is it Keisha? Is it Tisha? Maybe Lisa or Teresa? It could be Tia, maybe Aaliyah. I guess I'll find out one day. For now, I'ma say, should've stayed there all night with you. I missed your picture. Now it's time I
And to finish out the day, we have the smoothie bowl, the trusty acai bowl. It's never led me astray all this time. As somebody who appreciates a lot of diversity, a lot of variety in their eating, I'm surprised I haven't gotten tired of eating this smoothie bowl for dinner essentially every night. Honestly, with all the toppings you could put on it, even with the different bases you can do, I mean, there's a lot of variety within that, but I've been a creature of habit on this one. Same simple acai base. Toppings do vary from time to time, and that's kind of what makes it fun. But today we have some golden kiwi that isn't so golden. I think this one just like wasn't that ripe. Blueberries, dried mulberries, some granola, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds. Got some plant-based protein in there. Got some good healthy fats. Obviously antioxidants and fiber. So balanced all around, honestly. And just a nice way to round up the evening. Nice and light, good on the digestive system, and can allow for some more, you know, restful sleep, being that you're not breaking down such a heavy meal at the end of the night. This was a peek into how only cooking once a day has changed a lot for me. Not only is it more just simple and efficient and better on time, but it's lent a lot health-wise too, and just how I feel on a day-to-day basis. And moreover, I just wanted to showcase that eating well and eating the way you want to and feeling good is all possible with doing less in a way. Not that you have to restrict yourself or even do what I'm doing, it's just to show what's possible and maybe could encourage you to make a different decision in your routine if that's something you feel you want to do. If you're skeptical about this way of life at all, I hope this cleared some of it up. And if you watch this far in the video, you know, why not subscribe? That might be something cool to do, you know? Why don't you just tap in with the tribe, leave a comment, like the video, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching. We got a lot more coming, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.